All right, guys, it's Tuesday, September 8th. Is that right? Is this the 8th? I have to look at my phone. Oh, it's the 7th. All right, guys, it is Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Today marks day 9, working on the 55 four-door for the 30-day build. I took a day off yesterday. It was Labor Day. I did work on my rims here for, I don't know, an hour and a half or so, and then that was it. I was done. A little tired, just wanted to take a break. So I just kind of hung out around here goofing off, and then I took my motorcycle out for a ride and stuff. So anyway, today, back at it. I'm still not fully awake yet, but that'll all change here in a minute, I hope. But anyway, so this is the last rim to finish up the filler work on, and then these will get put in primer today. Hopefully I can get them painted in the next couple of days. But I ended up finding a Durablock on my shelf over there that has a kind of a teardropish shape, but it works pretty nice to get that edge of that lip right there. And then I've got this also a Durablock. It's an older one that I cut down, and it's just short, but anyway, I'm using it to do that part there. But anyway, so this is the last rim to finish, and then they're ready for primer, and I do plan on putting them in primer today. And then I'll probably let them set a good, full day, and then I'll sand them down and shoot some paint on them. But they're turning out not too bad, actually. Lots of putty left over in there, but I went ahead and filled some of the stampings from the, I guess the codes or whatever they stamp in there. There was numbers and letters and stuff. Filled some of the really deep seams where the hoops put together. But overall, they're turning out pretty good. So I ended up just blasting the hoop itself, some of it, not all of it. But that black coating, whatever's on them rims, is pretty hard to take off with my little portable sandblaster. So I just finished up. I kind of run over everything with the blaster. I just didn't stay on it, like the center and the back side of the rim. So I do have the center pretty good, and then I finished these off with sandpaper by hand, the centers. So I think the back side of the rim, I'm actually going to put some POR 15 on, because they're still a little, I'll show you on this one, they're still a little rusty because I just kind of ran over them with the blaster. I mean, they're not perfect, but it did clean them up a little bit. But I'm going to put POR 15 on the back of the rim, and then the rest of it I'm going to paint with car paint, base coat, clear coat, black. I have a little bit of high solids clear left over from a friend of mine, Joe, giving me, so I'll use that stuff. But I'm going to try to figure out something to get these up off the ground a little bit. I need to get them up so I can, be able to walk all the way around each one and paint them. I want to make sure and load up the paint on the beads real good here. I want this to be really nice and coated. I did have to work on a couple of them on the bead where they were pitted really bad from it setting with a flat tire. But anyway, this one, I'd say another, 30-40 minutes and I'll be done with this one, and then I'll be mixing up primer and shooting these things. But I do have to figure out something to set up to paint them on out here. And then again, I might just set them on a fold-up table and call it a day and spray them. I don't care. Anyway, I still need to locate the rear brake drum parts for this rear end. I have not done that yet. So I got to go to the shed and dig stuff out. Probably ought to do it right now before it gets really, really hot. So I was kind of hoping to get the tires and wheels mounted and balanced this week and make this frame a roller. Man, that'd be awesome. That'd be so freaking awesome. But anyway, I do have to say, if you guys are looking for a speedometer cable, I don't know if I put this in a video or not, but if I did, here it is twice. Just a quick snippet here. Not a sponsor, I had to pay for it, but at my cost, it was like, man, what was this thing, 18 bucks or 14 bucks or something. This is a replacement speedometer for a Tri-5 Chevy, and it's made by Pioneer. I got this at my local O'Reilly's, and that is the number CA-3004. But I noticed these in one of the Tri-5 catalogs, this plastic black coated one, and I want to say it was like $40 or something stupid. This is under 20 bucks at my local parts store, but then keep in mind, again, I have a mechanic's discount. It's not very much, but it'll be close to it. But this is a stock replacement for a 1955 Chevy. But it has the correct, you know, screw-on ends for your speedometer head, and then it has the bigger end to go on your transmission, which fits pretty much a lot of the GM trannies. Turbo 350, 700 R4, 400 turbo. So anyway, just in case you needed to know that, there you go. It's under 20 bucks. I had my original one from this car, but the inside cable was broken in half, so I called them to get a center, just the cable center, to put in my original, because I assumed it would be cheaper. And he found it for like $9 on the phone and said it was in stock. So when I went down there 2 days later to get it, this other guy could not find it anywhere in the computer. So he said, I got the whole cable, and he quoted me the price. I want to say it was like 15 bucks, 17 bucks or something. And I was like, well, I'll just take that. You know, the original is a steel case that's kind of spiral wound looking. Mine was all greasy, nasty, dirty. I had to paint it and clean it up anyway. So this was just kind of a better deal for me, especially for a custom. You know, it's not an original numbers matching, you know, original car. So that one will be just fine. But if you need one, now, I don't know if Rock Auto sells Pioneer parts or not, but Rock Auto's probably cheaper than that, so you might check there. I'm kind of new to the Rock Auto scene, so yeah. That is pretty much it, guys. Just going to try to get the wheels done today, and I've also got to try to locate a strap for the rear end for the drive shaft to go in. This is really an irritation. So I had a few straps laying around here, and the only one that actually works, I only have one of them. I think it's that one right there. So it's kind of crazy to me, because mainly all these have come off of G bodies, but for whatever reason these are just a little too short. They just don't quite reach. So I only have one of the one I need. I did have all 4 bolts though, and I run a thread cleaner down in there, and I've done a thread cleaner dye on the bolt, so all this stuff's pretty good. So I'll spray paint these bolt heads so they're a little bit nicer than that, but I've got to locate another freaking strap. I can't believe that crap. I thought all G bodies were the same, but except maybe the, you know, the 8.5 10 bolt in the bad boy G bodies, like the Grand National 442, but not so much. So I'm gonna have to search the trunk of my Buick Century. I guess I could do that right now. I gotta brave the weeds though. Let's go do that. So me being a A/G body guy, this is one of the cars I've always kind of liked. This is the oddball, you know, fastback looking G body. This is a Buick Century. This is the turbo coupe right here. This is a pretty rare car, but it's not worth a whole lot of money. I did fix up a Cutlass Salon. I thought something was moving in there for a minute. Something's definitely been living in there for sure. Built them a nest. Anyway, when I took this car apart, all the mechanical stuff, the engine, transmission, all that stuff got put back here. Most of the little stuff is in Ziplocs, so I'll look around. I'm still kind of looking for movement, or eyeballs looking at me, because looks like a nest right there too. Anyway, it's a 3.8 V6 turbo. This is a carbureted turbo V6. When I first acquired this car, I'd already bought a whole bunch of parts for it, and then after getting it home and disassembling it was in a lot worse shape rust-wise than it's worth messing with. So if I can ever find another Buick Century 2-door body that's inexpensive, I'd have some decent parts. But anyway, I bought all kinds of parts for this car. Probably never do nothing with it. Yeah, I can see this is going to take a while. That kind of sucks. Anyway, I'll walk around here and show you the reason why this car, I may get fired up to build it one day, but it's going to take a lot of work. There was I got the build sheet out of this car, And I guess there was a sport coupe option and a turbo coupe option, and this one had both checked off, which makes it of 80 something production, so it's really low production. Anyway, it had an engine fire back in the 90s, and the guy bought it, towed it home, and left it out in the woods. And rain does not mix well with bare metal or burnt metal. You can see the rust hole in the firewall there. This thing is wasted. But as I was actually did the body work and stuff on a guy's Galaxy hood for this car, so before the car actually got here, I started locating parts for this, and a friend of mine, Jason, knew where some early turbo carbureted cars were in salvages. We went and got everything. We found an 83 Turbo Regal. It had the 204R in it, and I got the entire heater box with the heat shield, because this one got a little smoked. I mean, I got everything, the wiring harness, and then we found a 79, I think it was, or 78 Turbo Regal, and got all the stuff out from under the hood of it. It has these little switches over here on the inner fender and stuff for the turbo light and all that kind of goofy stuff. But I ended up with doubles and triples of just about everything, but I have everything that got burnt I have here. But then when I got into it and found all this, you know, the firewall's gonna have to be replaced. The floorboards are bad rusty, and even the bottoms of the doors have big holes in them. So I kind of bailed out on this deal, but you know, it's going to take a lot of work to fix it. Anyway, I got all kinds of crap out here, but got a set of decent chrome Buick 14-inch rallies. My very first car was a 1979 Regal Limited, and it had the chrome 14-inch rallies on it. And then I have these with all 4 center caps. Those are the, I can't remember what year those are, 84, I think, 85 or something. Turbo T, or T-type wheels, aluminum. I thought those would be kind of cool on here because they are a Turbo Regal wheel. And then, if nothing jumps out and tries to kill me here, I have another set of wheels in here that I'm hoping one day I can put a use to. Those are Hurst wheels, and I have all 4, and they're very nice. And the center caps are nice. All 4 center caps are here. I'm hoping I can find a 79 or 80 Cutlass, Hurst Cutlass, 442. Then I can put those wheels on it. But anyway, I'm gonna dig around in here and see if I can find them stupid U-bolts for that drive shaft. It's probably in here. Oh, look, sitting right there, and I needed that for the 55. Yeah, I think that was a little too long, but it would probably work. Dang it! Spent 18 bucks for nothing, man. And that's why it pays to put everything in Ziploc bags. Look at that. That is the straps and stuff out of the rear end of this car, and that's the rear end I use, so that is pretty awesome. That spoiler right there, if it wasn't such bad shape, it has some cracks and it's pretty warped, but those spoilers bring stupid money. Already had people trying to buy it, but Alright guys, so change of plans, working on the wheels for the 4-door, which I'll work on them when I get back. But I've decided to go ahead and make a run to Tulsa to go to the paint store to get some primer and a couple other little things I need. But anyway, I had a guy call me this morning for wanting me to work on a 57 Chevy, and he said I could bring the GoPro, so might have some pretty cool content. So I just now left the house, so I'm on the way. Anyway, I guess he's got quite a bit of work done to it already, but it needs wiring and probably some other little stuff. But anyway, he wants me to come up and take a look at it and see if it's something I'm interested in working on, which we all already know it is, because it's a 57 Chevy, man. Anyway, I told him it'd be October before I'd be ready to work on it. But anyway, get up there now, so stay tuned.
And the whole job.
All right, guys, I'm here with John in his garage.
Howdy.
Check out what he's got sitting here. 57 Chevy 4-door station wagon. 210 series, but check this out. It is a work in progress. Oh man, is it going to be cool. Lots of cool stuff on this one. It's got a Goodwrench 350, turbo 350 trans, has a factory rear in it. What size wheels are these, John?
17.
17-inch Riddlers. Oh, got disc brakes on the back too. Says Hagen Brothers Racing. Says Forever Young down the side of it, if you didn't see that.
Original paint.
Original paint. Lots of cool old decals on the windows. He built this, which I think is completely awesome. Check this out. This just lifts up, right?
Uh-huh.
That is where we're going to put the wiring in the car and some other stuff, some toolboxes, and I think it's completely awesome. Got the low car shifter in it, got a tilt column in it. Got the aftermarket radio that fits in the dashes correctly. This is going to be one nice ride. Full fiberglass front, it's got fiberglass bumpers. I think it's cool, man. I love it. I think this is my favorite sticker on the car. It's that one. Got tubular control arms. You're gonna have air conditioning and all, man. All the cool stuff. Can we go ahead and set the front end down?
Okay.
Looks like I'm gonna come over and help him do some wiring on it in October. Try to get this thing wired up so we can fire it. Man, that is cool. Where did the car come out of, do you know?
I bought it out of from a guy in Mounds, but I don't know where he got it from.
Mounds, Oklahoma. Well, I think it is pretty cool. Still has the original headliner in it.
Original door panel.
Original door panels and all. I love it. I can't wait to come over and work on it. And anyway, guys, that is all you get for
the
now.
Front bumper that's fiberglass.
Oh, yeah. It actually looks like chrome.
Yeah, these are fiberglass too.
Painted on headlights. Anyway, guys, that's all you're going to get right now till October. Thanks for watching. All right, it's the end of day 9. I have already cleaned the paint gun. I'm putting up shop, and it's time to go in and shower and get ready for dinner. So I finally got the rims body worked and primered. They're not perfect, but 2 coats of this is just a 2K urethane high build. I didn't worry about epoxy in the bare metal. I don't care. It's just rims. But anyway, they are primered. They actually look pretty nice even in the primer. But after I block these out, they'll look really nice. But these are going to be base coat, clear coat black, so they're going to hopefully look really, really nice. But somebody asked again what these wheels are off of. They couldn't remember. These are 15 by 7 inch steel wheels from a like late 70s into the 80s big 4-door GM car, like a Caprice, you know, the big Broom or whatever it's called, Oldsmobile. I mean, you know, all 4 models they had that style of wheel, but they had 6s and they had 7s. And the way to tell a 7 is it has an extra inch from that last bend in the hoop down to the center is 1 inch. That's how you get your extra inch out of those. The 6s are really, really shallow, but these, I don't know if I can actually find it here. Right there, it's upside down, 15 by 7, made in USA. Those are kind of hard to find anymore at salvages, but anyway, I got them primered, 2 full wet coats, and I'm gonna let them set all day tomorrow, and then I will sand them and paint them base coat, clear coat black. Now, tomorrow's project is going to be the small block Chevy 305 over here. It's going to get a thorough degreasing and pressure washing. I'm going to brush the oil galleys and all that stuff out and get it ready for reassembly. So, one more shot of the wheels and then I am out of here for today. Pretty happy with them. You can still kind of see a couple of the parting lines, you know, where they're put together, but I don't really care. As long as the bad stuff was fixed, I'm good with it. I mean, it's just rims. It's just a daily driver. I did want them kind of slick, but I just didn't need to be that slick. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.